Yeah, hello, good evening, welcome to the middle of the week. Hope it's been going well for you so far. As for me, I've been adjusting to this new month. Let's just say it's been some changes in the way my job is doing things, and I'm trying to adjust, but I don't know. It's gonna take a bit. It's gonna take some work. I hope I can adjust completely, and if not, maybe I'll try to find something else, right? But cross that bridge when we come to it. Good evening! Good evening to you, Molecular Shadow Fox. It's good to see you as always. How are you doing? I hope you've been having a good week so far. We're listening, ready for the zoomies. Haha, oh yeah. Gonna be doing some zooming tonight. A little bit of zooming, a little bit of stepping on the gas. About to get back in here into Grid 2019. Pretty close to the end of the Modern series here, and after that we're gonna take on Track Day GT. Right, then we'll have wrapped up Season 2, and depending on how things go, maybe we'll go into a little bit into Season 3. Wonder how far we can get through that. But yeah, it's gonna be another chill night, another night of just me kind of ticking off more of the checkboxes for Grid 2019. But hey, it's still an enjoyable game. At least I enjoy it. I don't know. I hope you are enjoying it as well. Baking in this desert heat. Oh yeah, it got hotter over here too. It was like pretty chilly for the past few days, but today was like the first time in a while. I was just like, oh, I guess I don't need to go out with a jacket this time. Just go out in a t-shirt, right? Kind of attire you'd expect to do, like, you know, closer to summer, but we weren't able to do it until June hit, so I guess there's that. Freak Shakes. Is that like a restaurant? I assume that's like an establishment that does milkshakes or maybe smoothies. In case, I hope you got some refreshing. I hope you got something refreshing from them. Yeah. So not used to desert weather. Yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of it either. I can put up with it depending on the situation, but it's like, nah. Give me that. Give me the temperate weather, right? Give me fall. Give me spring weather. That's where I want to be. And if there was a place that could just have that kind of weather year-round, I'd be all for it. But I don't think there is, right? Most places that have like some period of temperate weather usually have you know, an extreme heat or an extreme cold period to go with it. So it is what it is, right? Gotta enjoy it while it lasts. Ungodly milkshakes that come with a slice of cake on and stuff. Oh, that's what that is, huh? I've heard of those shakes before, but I don't think I've ever heard them. I've heard them called freak shakes. Ah, interesting. Reminds me of there's like a restaurant I heard about in Chicago that actually does that, right? They just like take a milkshake and they just shove like a whole slice of chocolate cake in it, and then that's like your beverage. Sounds pretty wild. Probably go nice with a Chicago dog or maybe a deep dish pizza. Moving off the lips, a lifetime on the hips, yeah. Sure sounds like it. Just, sugar and calories up the wazoo, oh man. We should probably work some of that off, right? Let's do a few miles here. Let's go to Sepang Track Day in the Track Day GT series. Hey, what's going on? Hey, controller. Alright. Hold on. Been having problems with my controller, but thankfully it seems like... There we go. Connecting and disconnecting seems to fix things up. I'll see if I can check out a better fix later, but for now, this will do. Diabetes in a tall glass. Isn't that so? I feel like I get conflicted a lot, right? You see like these awesome confectionery treats that look amazing and probably taste amazing, but like, oh my god, the sugar content, the fat content, the calorie count. It's like, oh man. I know I've seen a lot of donuts that are like that, right? You see something like, say, like a Lucky Charms marshmallow donut or something, or like a donut with an Oreo cookie on it, or like a donut with just like tons of frosting and sprinkles and maybe bacon or something. You're like, ah, would be lovely, but on the other hand, you probably only have one of those, right? Just one of those to your back, alright. Dial it back, dial it in. Maybe you just eat nothing but salads for the rest of the day or something. Ooh, okay. Now I'm the one playing Burnout. Grid, point of impact.
Stop, let's rein it in. You push them over the edge here.
Yeah, maybe that's understandable. Hopefully I won't ever see them again on this track. There's ice cream cones that come with an ice lolly wedge on the top. Oh my god.
Maybe stay out of their path. Don't get taken out.
I don't think I've seen anything like that, but jeez. I've seen a handful of those pictures, right? The ones that are just like shakes to the extreme, or, you know, ice cream cones to the extreme, where they just like pile on a whole bunch of toppings, right? Like cinnamon sticks and cookie sticks and chocolate bars and cakes and stuff, and like, looks more photogenic than anything, right? Like, imagine, I just imagine trying to eat that, and you're probably, it's like very, very careful. Or like you're trying to eat it quickly so that it doesn't all melt into your hands or something. And just sound insane. Does make me wonder, is there an establishment that does like one of those eating challenges, right? Like you hear with like the giant steaks, but they do it with a giant dessert, right? They just like bring out a pie or something. It's like, all right, you gotta eat all this in 1 hour. If you do, you get it for free. Otherwise, you gotta pay for it. Imagine someone somewhere out there probably does that. Oh, like you see on Man vs. Food? Yeah, something like that, right?
The race.
I used to hear about them a lot back in the day. Not too much these days. I suppose since healthy eating is a bit more encouraged, right? So perhaps a gigantic meal that's more for show than it is for fulfillment might not be as encouraged. Question is the stomachache and After Effects worth it to get a free t-shirt? That's what I'm thinking, right? Like, even if you do get through it, right? Just imagine a theoretical giant dessert. It's just the absolute sugar rush you get from it. Or yeah, like you said, the stomachache. I don't know. Right, a t-shirt, maybe your picture on the wall somewhere. You know, just imagine 20 years later, the new protagonists come in. Right, they ask about that person on the walls, like, oh yeah, that's the legendary Azure Gale. They came in here 20 years ago and completely demolished the Uber Pie. Yeah, an hour to scarf down like a huge burger and the milkshake and stuff with fries. Would be an amazing meal on its own, but not when you're on the clock. That's for sure. I think I might have seen something like that in an anime once, where I think there was like a giant parfait challenge that the characters wanted to try out. And so they come out with like the giant parfait, and there were like, even with 3 of them, they couldn't get through the whole thing before time ran out. Pretty crazy looking parfait too, right? Imagine it's like got the soda and the ice cream and of course all the extra stuff on top. So you got the cookie sticks and the chocolate bars and the whipped cream and all the extra toppings and everything. Personally, I don't think I've ever been to a place that's had like a big eating challenge like that. Probably for the better. I don't think anyone in my family would even try to tackle it. None of us are that big of an eater. I'm sure even if one of us were foolish enough to consider it, the rest of us would talk them down super quick, right? Like most of us tend to be a pretty cost-minded bunch, so chances of getting the meal for free would be so astronomically low, it wouldn't even be worth considering. Gotta know the odds, right? Yeah, the cream and stuff will hit you like a ton of bricks. Reminds me when I tried to eat, I think it was like a 1 pound Reese's peanut butter cup that I got as like a Christmas present. I think I only got through like half of it before I started like kind of feeling a little bit buzzed, right? A little bit hyper. I think that's when my mind was just like, no, you gotta back off, right? Just put away the rest of it and eat it another day. There's no way you're gonna get through the rest of this
You're through the halfway
giant peanut
point.
butter cup in one go, and if you do, it's not gonna end well. So I ate it the next day. Sufficiently recovered by then. I was also younger. Vroom! Indeed, very, very vroom. Much vroom. So fast. Hello, Dr. Maxwell, how are you? You seen those huge gummy bears you can get? Like 1 kilogram or something, just huge? Oh yeah, yeah. I see them a lot. Especially in the candy specialty shops. I also see like the giant, or the long gummy worms too, right? The ones that are like about a yard long and maybe 6 inches thick. Kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna take a few days to get through, right? It's just lots of gummy candy. Oh my god, I can only imagine what it must be like for the teeth, right? Just like take a bite and you just gotta or just like chew it up enough to be able to swallow it. Ugh. And again, there's the sugar rush troubles that come from consuming something like that too. You're good? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And come Christmas, they'll be selling the extra large Toblerones in shops. Yeah. During any candy holiday, you'll get the giant candy variants. Christmas is a good time for them, yeah. That's for sure. I also see them during, like, Easter. Although that's mostly regulated to, like, giant chocolate bunnies. Which kind of makes sense. You know what I would be totally into if they sold like a giant chocolate orange? Or give me like a half-pound sphere of orange chocolate. I'd probably pick that up. Just trying to imagine like a chocolate slice that's like shape of the size of a watermelon slice and that. Oh yeah. Right up my alley. Good luck eating this 1 kilogram pyramid of chocolate. Oh, I'm pretty sure they do this also. I think I've seen it in stores, but like a giant Ferrero Rocher giant chocolate ball. They aren't as like unbelievably huge as some of the giant candy bars are, but they'll definitely be the only chocolate thing you eat if you decide to eat it, right? I'm just like imagining all the chocolate filling that's gonna be inside. Probably like to the point where you might have to take a spoon if you want to eat it and not get messy. Oh man, chocolate ball. Actually sounds pretty cool. Has that been done yet? It's like pre-sell bowls that have like the chocolate powder coating or something. That way you like pour your milk in it and you put in your cereal and be like chocolate cereal or something. Oh wait, no, I think they do that with spoons, right? They have like the spoons that you can mix in and get like their special flavored milk or something.
Listen up.
OG Ferrero Rochers are super good. Oh yeah. Always loved it when my parents came home with like a box of them. We'd have to try very, very hard to not eat them on like the first day, right? It's like the kind of thing you could just go through super quick, but you want to make that last, right? Make that last. White chocolate one's our choice. I haven't tried a white chocolate Ferrero Rocher chocolate yet. I imagine it's fantastic though. I tend to enjoy white chocolate candies. Can't leave Cocoa Pops long enough and you can get chocolate milk, that's true. Any sort of chocolate cereal, really. Like, chocolate Rice Krispies, you can probably get something close to that too. You can also get strawberry milk by mixing it with strawberry cereal. And just wait for a bit. Right, put your strawberry Wheaties, your strawberry Frosted Flakes, your strawberry Cheerios. You'll get there. Hot cereal any day. I do enjoy myself a good bowl of hot cereal. I need to vary up my breakfast more. Recently, I've been mostly eating just cereal. I'm gonna get back to like eating a hot breakfast. Give me like a good old bacon, eggs, hash browns, or maybe an omelet, or I'm trying to think of what other breakfast I could do. Maybe I could try making a breakfast burrito. I've always wanted to make one of my own. Full English A? Yeah. I mean, this is perfect for a weekend breakfast. I don't know. You know, you get time off. That's give you more time to cook yourself something substantial, right? Instead of like the work days where you just have to go put something together real quick because you need to start the day pretty quick. Hey, all you need is like a good mix of protein, grain, and dairy, right? Fruits and veggies sometimes. Fruits more than veggies. I do want to try making different kinds of omelets too. Most of the time, I usually just make like bacon and cheese omelets or like bacon and sausage omelets, right? Like the old reliable of omelets. But I want to try different kinds of omelets. I was reading an article on different kinds of omelets. I'm like, oh wow. So they got one that has like peppers in it, or maybe one that has like mushrooms, right? Omelets, they're very versatile, right? You can have yourself a nice healthy veggie omelet, or you could get a more hearty meat and cheese omelet, or you can mix them together, right? Just get yourself like a omelet that has like a lot of stuff in it, right? One omelet and it'll keep you full till lunch, or maybe till dinner even. Bacon and mushroom, ham and cheese, yeah. It's like I said, like a lot of ways to make an omelet. Rarely is there an incorrect way to make one, right?
And Here we are for the first round, Kristen.
Here we are in the Ferrari event.
I feel like
Oh, actually called the Ferrari Cup.
All right, we'll get back to that shortly because
Alright, here we
it's
go.
time to get started.
How many eggs do I use? I usually use 4. I think that's like around a good size to make a decent size omelet. At least that's what I usually do, right? A substantial enough omelet to fill me up for the day. Allows me to even skip lunch if I want to. Always do a 3-egg one. Sounds like it'll be a pretty good size of omelet right there. What kind of omelets do you like to make? What do you like to put in your omelet? Sort of I want to try maybe making roller rice at least once. Because I always see an anime, right? That's the kind of thing you like see in the cafes where, you know, they go to like a maid cafe or something, someone orders the omelet rice, and then you get the maid coming out writing messages and ketchup, and I'm like, how would you prepare that? It would probably taste decent too. Right, everyone's just getting their average times recorded, and mine isn't getting recorded till I hit that checkpoint. Love yourself some thick cut ham, maybe sprinkle in some red peppers. Sounds delicious. Something about peppers and omelets go together pretty well. Onion goes well too. I think my parents used to do that a lot, right? Whenever they would make omelets for breakfast, they would usually include onions in it. It was fine. Because they had other stuff in it too, right? They would usually throw peppers or ham or something like that, so it worked out. Oh, and also some portobello mushrooms. Yeah. Sounds like a good hearty omelet right there. Oh, man. Maybe next time I go out shopping, I'll try that. What the? Okay, my controller disconnected again? Give me a moment. What the heck? Yeah, we're definitely gonna rewind this. It's like someone sabotaged my car. Right, it's like the beginning of Need for Speed Most Wanted. Right, your car's just like suddenly slowing down, and everyone's going, What's going on? What's happening? 9 times out of 10, your breakfast is coffee and cigarettes. Yeah, sometimes that's how it be, right? Like that's all the time you got to kind of get what you need. Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but the controller is disconnected again. Let's see if I can put this adapter somewhere else. Man, of all the times for the scuff parade to start, it had to be now. Alright, hopefully this will hold. Very few places are open on your commute to work. Oh yeah. So you drive in early. That makes sense. Can be unfortunate too. honestly, I had like plenty of opportunities to try to branch out my breakfast options, but most of the time I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just want cereal, right? I just want to pour some cereal into a bowl, pour in milk, and then just get that out of the way so I can start with the rest of the day, you know? Only so many hours in the day. Cooking is something I do take joy in. I'm spoiled having breakfast in bed. Is your boyfriend visiting you? Or is like you have another fella cooking for you? Sounds great though. Very pleasant surprise to wake up to. He spoils you. Very sweet. It's very sweet. Looks like you two get along very well. You guys do duo cooking sessions? Because I know you're like a pretty good cook yourself. Sounds like he's like pretty good at cooking, so imagine both of you in the kitchen is probably a force to be reckoned with. I said to him, you're gonna have me gaining weight. I'm kidding. Oh my goodness. Someone really ate it over there. Oh man. It'll be fine. They're gonna get reset on the track. It'll be fine. Fine. It's fine. You'll teach him your English cooking ways at the weekend. Oh yeah. There you go. Fun time. Expand your repertoire. Maybe you'll pick up something new. That's usually the fun part. I have a cousin who really enjoys cooking too. It feels like every time we come over to their place, they always have like some new bottles of spices just on the shelf. We're like, yeah, we got some of this because we're making this new dish here. I guess we're gonna use some in the future. Just gonna use another dish at some point. All the comfort food recipes that you picked up from watching your nan cook as a little one. Oh yeah. Sounds like fun. Picked up like a lot of cookbooks. Like, anytime Humble Bundle had like a book bundle that included like a cookbook, I usually pick that up, so I'm kind of sitting on like a bunch of cookbooks now. Like I said it before, but yeah, I wanna maybe cherry pick one of those and then try my hand at it. Makes a great homemade fry sauce. Oh, what goes in it? What does what kind of ingredients does your boyfriend put in the fry sauce?
Its name is synonymous with racing. This is Silverstone. Kristen?
A driver heading off the tarmac is surely gonna lose some time.
Tarmac.
They're on it.
I'll only tell you to catch up. The rest is a family secret. fry sauces will include ketchup. It's kind of like the classic kind of dip, right? You got nothing else, then go for ketchup. You know, some other people might swear by the other sauces, but imagine if you put out a poll for like, what do you like to dip your fries in? A large number of them will probably say ketchup. There'll probably be a not insignificant number that goes milkshake, or maybe even like more specifically like Wendy's frosting, or not frosting. Wendy's frosting. That's what they call their frozen beverage frosting. Used to pour heaps of salad cream over your fries. When I was in high school, you frequently saw like ketchup and mayo being a thing. I thought that was like some sort of local thing, but then as I grew older, I realized no, this was actually more widespread than I thought. Right? Like to the point where I think Heinz actually put that in bottles. It's like, yeah, we just like pre-mixed mayo and ketchup and put that in a bottle for you. Might have called it fry sauce too. Like they did with Cranch. Yeah. Reminds me a long time ago when they tried to do like peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. Don't think that quite worked out, right? It looked fine to start, but, you know, eventually the peanut butter kind of bleeds into the jelly, and, you know, doesn't look quite as great after a while. Probably for the better that you just keep them separate. Okay, so some people just enjoy peanut butter, other people just enjoy jelly. Personally, if I had to do like a peanut butter plus something sandwich, I would usually just go for banana, right? Just slice up some bananas, put them into the sandwich, and eat that with peanut butter. At least it would be fresh fruit, right? Not fruit preserves. So need peanut butter illegal if you were in charge. I guess you're not a fan. That's fine. There's a ton of food out there. You don't have to like everything. Plenty of other ways to get your protein on. Plenty of other things you can pair with jelly to make a good sandwich, right? Good lord. Now we can pivot. The State of Play, right? The PlayStation State of Play happened recently. Anyone check that out? I did. I was like reasonably excited with what they showed. I'm just like, I had some good things coming. Best part was we didn't even know if they were doing anything, right? Like up to the start of this week, Sony was incredibly silent, right? When people were like putting out their here's all the video game conferences happening this week articles, they were all like, yeah, and Sony hasn't said anything yet, so we don't know if they're going to do anything. And then on Tuesday, they were like, oh yeah, we're going to do the State of Play tomorrow. Get ready. Well, at least they came with something, right? They had some cool things in there. One thing you did love as a little one was a sugar sandwich or condensed milk sandwich. Oh. Never had anything like that. Sounds pretty good, though. When it comes to condensed milk, my parents would usually serve that with, like, croissants or something, right? And they'd, like, put the condensed milk in, like, a shallow dish. And the way we'd eat it, we would just, like, dip the croissant into the condensed milk. Yeah, kid me thought that was like the coolest thing ever, you know. Of course, you had to be extra careful, right? Make sure the condensed milk didn't like spill anything or anything like that, because it's like very hard to clean up. But yeah, you can drink that stuff out of the tin. Pretty sure Kid B would have done that too if given half a chance. My parents would have given me a
As the sun goes down on the Red Bull Ring,
right
the action lights up
reaming
in
out
the
for
Grid
that,
World Series.
though.
Kristen, what should we expect?
Super tasty on tinned fruit.
In wet conditions, think of it like this.
I don't think I've had it on
It'll
that,
still be
but I
quick,
can see
but
how
the
that would
speed
work.
you
Yeah.
carry will need a bit more track to scrub off. So
Tin of
corners
pear
will
halves and
take
condensed
fast.
milk.
It looks like the race is
Sounds
about
like
to
a good
start.
combo. I was personally thinking of like blueberries, strawberries, but yeah, I could see it working on pears. Since pears are like super sweet and condensed milk is like super sweet, it's just a good combo. Yeah. Says me who used to eat the sugar cubes in cafes. I remember just like eating soy sauce straight, right? Right? Like if I had to put soy sauce like on my food and some of it would end up in the on the spoon or something, I would just like drink up that soy sauce right there. Which I know sounds like absolutely wow, because soy sauce can be like ultra salty, but I guess Kid Me wasn't like as worried about that, you know. I mean, yeah, you should be worried about like having too much salt, but throw the soy sauce on some ramen. Yeah, I could see that working out. When it comes to ramen, I usually like putting a fried egg on it. I do it sunny side up too, right? That way you can get like some of the yolk into the broth, and I think that like usually works out pretty well. One of those times where it's like, yeah, you know, I want like a kind of sort of substantial meal, but I don't want to spend too much time on it, right? The most I want to do is fry an egg. Other than that, just give me the quick and easy food. Sort of quick and easy food. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not gonna believe this, but my controller conked out again. Explains a lot, to be honest. Hopefully I didn't go so far that the rewind isn't gonna be able to put me back on track. Okay, looks like we're good. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pen that in for tomorrow. Look over the controller connection and see what's going on. Your diet right there when you get your first flat. The early college meal, right? It's like ramen, maybe canned soup, bagel, pizza rolls, maybe some microwavable meals, boxed mac and cheese, crafted dinner, depending on where you are. Yeah, cup noodles, I had a lot of those too. Hungry Man dinners, yeah, a lot of the frozen tray dinners. Or like the Uncrustables, right? Like the pre-packaged frozen peanut butter plus sandwiches. Holy frick. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm gonna see if I can try something here. Apologize for all the scuff that's happening. The controller has never whined as much as it did until now. Don't you hate it when that happens, right? It's like when you're preparing for something, or like, you know, you're doing a rehearsal, or you're doing like the pre-run, everything goes fine, but when it's time to go live, that's when like everything starts going wrong, and you're just like scrambling to try to correct everything and keep the show moving and try not to disrupt things as much as possible. At least for VTubing, that's kind of like part of the charm, right? People have kind of come to expect scuff, and especially like extremely scuffed moments that can completely derail what the streamer may have wanted to do initially. Hopefully this will hold for a bit. I remember having a lot of baked beans on toast because it was quick and easy to do. Yeah, right. Something like that too. Right, sometimes just like, yeah, I'll just get some toast and just put a spread on it. My parents used to do just like butter and sugar. It's up there with when your sound starts to come out only one ear on your headset. Oh yeah. It's like your hardware failures are happening. It's like, ah, man. Right? It's like maybe you knew the writing was on the wall, or maybe it just like kind of comes at you out of nowhere. But it's like, oh no. Now you just got to deal with it one way or another. Spaghetti on toast? I've never tried that personally. Is that like a complete spaghetti, or is it like just spaghetti noodles and sauce? Or are we including like some sort of meat component in there too, right? Heinz spaghetti in a tin. Wow. I don't know if they sell that over here. Few minutes to heat up. I could see that working out though, right? Like sometimes when you eat your spaghetti, you might have a breadstick to go with it, right? You know, like a garlic breadstick or something. I mean, it's just recontextualizing the bread part of it into a sandwich form. I can see that working out.
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be decided.
Heinz are your one-stop shop for convenience food
We are
needs.
about to get started.
See quite a few Heinz products in the supermarket, but they're usually limited to condiments, right? Like you might see a Heinz ketchup, Heinz mustard, you know, maybe the Heinz relish, and some other special edition condiments, but at least around here, it doesn't go beyond that. Oh, well, we might see some beans too, right? Like baked beans. I don't think I've seen anything else really. I guess that's the thing. You need to know your market, right? Like each region is going to have different wants and needs and specialties, and you just gotta work with it, right? You gotta tailor the products to their needs. That's how you hook them in.
There, Alex. Yeah, good show, Steve. Alex. What a performance.
Ads. that's a rare moment. I mean, it doesn't have to be rare, right? I can just get good and probably say, oh wow, this driver's really cracked a lot more often. Unless I realize my partner's in front of me. Hello, Nick. Don't mind if I get around you here, would you? I want to break some records. Hey, how dare you? Must I remind you who is the pilot here and who is the co-pilot? Ah, what the heck? We're not even aggressive, man. How'd you guys sideswipe me like that? Jerk. Spaghetti, baked beans, ketchup, mayo, soups. They even do microwavable baked beans and spaghetti for ultra convenience. Ah, damn. It's quite the spread of products. I want to try Heinz spaghetti. I imagine it's probably alright. It's probably fine. Especially since, like, European food standards tend to be a lot better than American food standards. Recently they announced burger sauce, like in the squeezy ketchup bottles. Oh, is it like akin to Big Mac sauce, or is this like a different kind of thing? I think I saw something in the store that was like that, right? They called it like burger dressing or something, but you could kind of sort of tell it was basically supposed to be Big Mac sauce, right? It's like make Big Mac sauce without actually calling it Big Mac sauce, something like that. Similar, yeah. Ah, okay. See, but like reading on the ingredients list, you see Thousand Island dressing. You know, the stuff that makes up Thousand Island dressing. Horseradish sauce as well. I've learned my lesson with horseradish. It's the kind of stuff that should only be enjoyed in very, very small amounts, at least for me. Unless I need my sinuses cleared, then I'll probably have a tiny bit more. The hard way too with mustard powder after snorting it. Oh man. Woo. I mean, mustard in condiment form can already be pretty spicy. So yeah. Imagine it powdered format. Ooh boy. Oh, man, my eyes are already watering just like thinking about it. Jeez. Woo. Typical Friday night in the pub, drunk like you do. Oh yeah, it's like that's the increased likelihood of just like doing something really, really reckless. Suppose in that case, mustard powder is probably on the milder side of things, unless you have like way too much of it. I imagine it's probably a threshold where if you inhale too much mustard powder, you might have to go to a hospital or something. Has that ever been a medical drama episode? Just have like someone coming into the ER because, oh my god, they ate too much horseradish, right? They're like, oh my god, my sinuses are on fire! Ah! Oh, another time attack. Well, I'm glad. Wait a second. It says time attack, but the little thing on the bottom says race. Can't believe they would deceive us like this. Call this event a time attack, but it's not actually a time attack. It's just like a regular race. How dare you? How dare you? It's the folks that fell on objects, right? Fell in quotes. Yeah, you know, I was just walking around. Suddenly, I just like fell on top of this thing, right? Oh boy. I always hear anyone who says stories like that. It's like, yeah, don't be too embarrassed about it, cause you know, one, they're legally bound to not tell anyone the specifics, and two, they've seen it all, right? Like, a lot of people have gone through that, and, yeah.
And here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this one?
It's the opening race.
Okay, hold on, sorry. It looks like things are about to get underway.
Alright, it's a race, so press A through the flyover lineup. What? Really? It was like a split second. It's fine, I got 4 laps. Don't need a fret. I have a series here based on that called Sex Sent Me to A&E.
Come on, I think you've hit them one too many times.
Yeah, you get a little too experimental, and it's like, oh. Suddenly you find yourself in a situation that you might not be able to extricate yourself from. Sometimes, literally. One of the things that I did see on the state of play that kind of caught me by surprise, and like really pleased by was a new Marvel fighting game by Arc System Works, right? The guys who do the Guilty Gears and the Blaze
Good
Blues.
start. Hold the lead.
They got a new game coming out called Marvel Tokon? I hope I pronounced that right. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. That's wild, right? Especially since when you think of like Marvel fighters, you usually think of Capcom. So another company kind of getting to take the reins on doing the Marvel fighting game. They're putting a pretty unique spin on it too, right? All the characters have a bit of an anime makeover to them, right? Iron Man's got like a mecha appearance. Captain America's got a jacket. They got like 4-on-4 tag battles as well, which sounds wild. Their initial character reveals like a good mix, right? In addition to Iron Man, Cap. They also reveal Storm, Kamala, Miss Marvel, Doctor Doom, Star-Lord, Spider-Man, yeah, also Spider-Man, of course. But, yeah, I'm excited, right? Like, after so long of just like, hey, the Capcom Marvel fighters are mostly pretty good, but I want to see what Arc System Works' take on it is, right? Especially since like the style they got for the fighters these days just would fit so well with Marvel, right? It's a match made in heaven, practically. Right. Like, hopefully the roster will deliver, and the rest of the game will deliver as well. They certainly put out a good first impression, that's for sure. bet they get some stick from friends they see them on that show. Oh yeah. I wonder how much they get paid for that though, right? Like how much does the network pay for a spot on the set? Nothing like a good brawl to keep things spicy. I know, right? It's pretty nice too, right? Like with Arca's System Works, they can put a fresh take on the characters, right? Like if Capcom were to do another Marvel fighter, they'd still be kind of saddled with expectations of previous Marvel games, you know? Like, if Marvel did another Marvel fighter, Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom was in there, he'd have to have the foot dive and the mini missiles, right? You know, Captain America, or sorry, Iron Man would need, like, a unibeam and stuff, but Arc? Nah, they can do some other stuff, right? Maybe Doctor Doom won't have a foot dive. Maybe Iron Man
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
will have a completely different fighting style. Possibilities are endless, right? One could even say they're like ultimate. Does that make sense? Ultimate? A huge part of me does miss the old 2D sprites that Capcom had for their fighters. Yeah, I miss sprites too. Sprites are timeless, you know? But yeah, like I think where they kind of, when people walked away from sprites were in like a pretty good spot. Like, I don't know, like, if someone saw King of Fighters 13 like this day, you know, it would still look pretty good, right? Sprites are detailed enough, and they managed to hit a point where, you know, they're timeless, right? Like, even 10 years from now, they put King of Fighters 13 in a museum or something, it'd still look great. Doom better have his photon array and molecular shield. We'll see, right? We'll see. They also announced at the State of Play a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. As the classic Mortal Kombats, but even crazier is they're gonna have like a lot of versions of each one. So the trailer was showing off like the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat and like I think they had a GBA version of Mortal Kombat in there, so this really is a legacy, right? More ways than one. I think they even mentioned like arcade versions of the games too, so lots of ways to play your Mortal Kombats. In every era. Is it me, or have they really milked Mortal Kombat now? I think that's the kind of series that I think still has maybe some legs to it. Especially since they haven't really done a Mortal Kombat compilation in a while now. And with Legacy Collections kind of being in the in thing at the moment, right? Imagine someone probably saw Capcom like doing pretty well with all their Legacy Collections, and they were like, ah yeah, what if we would put one out there for Mortal Kombat?
Hello and welcome to
it's all the old games, right? It's all the ones people have fond memories of, so they'll probably do well, you know?
2 all-out time attack events. It means all season you're getting thrilling races.
Oh my god.
Bang out one after the other.
Are you for real?
Thank you, Kristen. Valuable insight as always. And certainly looking forward to this one, as it's only here at the Grid World Series.
Man, I don't know why the disconnect just like fixes things so well. Ditch the guest characters, though. The roster is strong enough without them. Well, it's the early game, so it's like, you know, before all the guest madness that started with Mortal Kombat 10. personally, I wish they would have kind of done another Ultimate
Just stay
game,
out of
right?
their way. Let things cool down.
I felt like the end of Mortal Kombat 11 would have been the perfect spot to just do a dream match game where they bring back everyone from 9, Mortal Kombat 9 to Mortal Kombat 11 for just like one last brawl. I'd imagine some suit was probably just thinking, but if we put all the characters into one game, then no one will buy any more Mortal Kombat games. We gotta keep them wanting. Nah, I say. Admittedly, it's pretty hard to go from a dream match game onwards. Although Tekken did it, right? Like, they put out Tekken 7 after Tag Tournament 2. I got that order right? It's a Tag Tournament 2 then 7. Admittedly, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate does have people wondering, oh my goodness. Like, the next Smash Bros. Is gonna have some really big shoes to fill if they decide to go in that direction. Still say Trilogy is chef's kiss. Imagine a lot of people would probably agree with that. The pinnacle of classic era Mortal Kombat. KOF 2002 had unlimited match. Yeah, that was the series that kind of coined the dream match concept and the kind of the term that people use for it, right? They're the ones that kind of started with just like, okay, we're just gonna put everyone into one game, right? Regardless of continuity or whatever like that. You can just match up everyone with everyone. Go nuts. Hear some early talks though, with Marvel Takon on the way. People are like, So I guess if Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is in the pipeline, it might not be coming out for a while. Now people are going, yes, now give us our Capcom vs. SNK 3. Honestly, that would be pretty cool. Especially since it seems like, they're kind of... They've been lending each other their characters, right? You have Terry and Mai in Street Fighter 6, and you have Ken and Chun-Li in Garou City of the Wolves. So at least a slight precedent for it. Oh, and there's also the Fighting Collection 2, which includes the Capcom vs. SNK series, right? Almost feels like inroads when you think of it. Tekken Tag, is that what came first? Okay. Remasters of DMC 1 and 2. Maybe like a full-on remake, right? Just do like what they did with Resident Evils 2, 3, and 4. Or, what Silent Hill did with Silent Hill 2. Or what Konami is doing with Metal Gear Solid 3. This gives us like a ground-up remake of Devil May Cry 1. That'd actually be pretty sweet, especially if they like, redo the mechanics to make it similar to Devil May Cry 3, 4, or 5. I imagine that would probably go over pretty well. And the remake of DMC 2 might be their chance to kind of get things right? People might mock it at first, but if they do a good job of it, they'd be like, oh, I guess we don't have to pretend DMC 2 doesn't exist anymore, right? SNK 1 was rough on the hands-on Dreamcast with that controller. Most games were like that. Yeah, the controller was awkward to hold. Well, I imagine fighting games probably especially so. I imagine fighting games back then especially kind of demanded quick reactions and precise movement. People mock DMC2, but you love playing it. Super fun with the endurance tower thingy. that where that got introduced? Because I know that was a well-regarded feature in like later games. So if it got its start in DMC too, I guess. Guess it worked out, huh? Soundtrack in 2 was a banger too, huh? Well, at least they had that. It's taking a while to load. Hopefully it's just because it's like a large track or something and not...
You can
Okay,
smell
yeah,
it in
here
the
we go.
air. Shanghai is alive with excitement for today's Grid World
I guess they had to
Series
load in
event.
the weather
Kristen,
effects and the
what's in
physics.
store?
Alex, there's some real talent out there, and one or two that have shown real form here before.
Oh my god.
I'm certain we'll see just the same level of skill and commitment in just a moment.
That's off to you, Kristen. Well, it's nearly time. Just a few moments to grab some food, head to your seats, and enjoy this event.
Oh, at least it's disconnecting in between races now and not like during the races. In case of me speaking too soon. We'll see. Your fave DMC boss. I mean, it happens to me too, right? Like, some of my most remembered games have, like, really memorable boss fights. Like, I think the biggest thing about Remnant 2 I remember is the final boss fight. That one was spectacular. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal had, like, a really cool boss fight, final boss fight as well. It's Marvel vs. Capcom 4 also had, like, a pretty good boss fight. Final boss fight. Although it is one that you see often and more quickly by virtue of being a fighting game. Not so much the boss fight, you just really like Lados' voice. Yeah, it was kind of funny just like hearing her banter. Oh yeah, I filled this room with deadly neurotoxin. Just like the cores too, and like Portal 2. Right, you get to the port, grab the space core, and just go in space,
First
space.
lap,
Want to go to
you're
space,
leading the
space,
race.
space, space. Right. There was also that one faulty core that was like listing out ingredients for a cake. I think if you actually put all that together, you would actually get like a cake out of it. It's pretty fun. I think there was like an adventure core too. It was voiced by Nolan North, which is pretty amusing. So like around that period, he was known for being the guy who voices Nathan Drake. But yeah, memorable sequences don't necessarily have to be boss fights, right? They can just be like the final sequence says just pretty cool. I think there was like one from BioShock Infinite where you got to take control of like that big flying enemy that was accosting you the entire game and just have him go to town on like
Alright,
hordes of
Susan, you just got
foes,
past the
and
halfway stage of the race.
that was pretty satisfying. Or like the ending of Halo Reach. Although that was also like really, really tragic in a way. Just like objective survive. sequences in games that I really dug. Think of others. I guess there was like the finale of Need for Speed Run, right? You're just like doing one-on-one in New York, the final leg of the race. You're like just gotta get ahead of one more person in order to win the whole thing. Very, very scripted sequence, but it was exciting nonetheless. At least it was for me. Always had a huge soft spot for the Egg Titan at the end of Death Egg Zone in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Oh yeah, especially when it's like or like the Doomsday Zone as well, right? If you manage to do the supersonic thing, right? Pretty much started the whole trend of, yes, the finale will be supersonic, and the whole gameplay sequence is going to be, you must keep supersonic form up or you die. Those are some exciting moments too. Especially in like, oh my god. Guess what? You're not gonna believe what happened. I don't have any spare controllers, that's the thing, right? If I could switch to another controller, I totally would, but I only got this one. Hopefully it's not like exceedingly frequent, it's just a mild annoyance. And so far it is fixable. But you know, we're at this state, it's like, oh my god. I just reconnected a game. It's not a game problem, it's a hardware thing. I shouldn't be yelling at the game. You serious? We didn't even last like a split second before like, ah! Alright, what do I gotta do to like make sure this connection maintains? Or is this like a port thing? What if I tried connecting this to a different USB port? I've only been connecting it to the same port, so maybe it has something to do with that? Right, we're trying another one. See if this holds. Okay, the rewind works at least. Final mission of Saints Row 3, when you have to decide to save your homies or let him die and get Killbane. Oh yeah. Or you get just Bonnie Tyler just belting it out in the background. I need a hero! Imagine the kind of game we could have gotten if Volition were able to properly kind of, you know, continue from where that ending left off. Oh man. Oh my god. Okay, it's not a USB port thing. I can at least confirm that now. Okay, this is getting troublesome. I'm like Shrek right now. Could you just stay connected for like 5 minutes? Yeah, it's kind of on me. I probably should have swapped it out sooner. Right when I noticed problems. I probably should have done something. If only they'd let us have that dataless airship. Would be nice. Like an airborne Saints Row gang hideout that just... It's a nice escalation of things. But we just went all the way to spaceship. Although I want to know the finale. Saints Row 4 had a pretty decent finale too, right? Like, yeah, I gotta admit, like having you know, the touch, Stan Bush's The Touch just playing in the background for the finale. It works out. I think it works out. Every franchise ends up in space. It's a natural escalation of things, right? For a series that, if a series needs to top itself, eventually it's gonna get there, right? Either that or like a multiverse, or they're gonna throw in time travel, or some combination thereof. Saints Row kind of went in every direction, though, right? They went with space, they went with time travel, they went with ultimate dimensions, and they went with hell, right? A spin-off where Gat goes to hell and kind of conquers that. The first time he played 4, I was like, what is Matt Miller doing as a Saint? Yeah, they felt like they skipped a lot of steps there, right? Why is he suddenly on our team? Made for a pretty funny moment, though, at the end of the intro, where he's like, yeah, if I knew you were gonna save the world, I guess I wouldn't have tried to kill you. Like,
Okay, don't be surprised if they're gunning for you now.
I'm hoping one day we'll get like another funny open world crime game in the vein of Saints Row. I've been having an itch for one of those lately. And sure, I could go back and play with the old Saints Row games, but you know, a new one would be pretty nice too, right? At least I think it would be. Mom loved that game, collecting those clusters and stuff. Some people just like completing points on the map, right? It's like going through a checklist, you know? Like making the number go up. And it's a pretty easy way to make number go up. And it's like what I did when I started Saints Row 4. I kind of just like went around the entirety of virtual Steel Court, picking up as many clusters as I could, and as many mini games as I could.
Good start. Hold the lead.
Pretty much only stopped when the game was like, no, you need to advance the story before you can do these other things here. Keep on trying to mix things up. I am trying to keep the wire up. I'm trying to connect different ports, but sometimes it takes, sometimes it doesn't. I have no idea how to keep this afloat. Okay. And it disconnected again. What is happening? She's a collector, always picking stuff up in Tomb Raider or Doom, etc. Sounds a lot like my sister. Because she has a partner who is really into the Forza Horizon series, and they usually do like the driving in the events and stuff, and my sister will usually just go around the open world, like hitting billboards, doing the barn finds, and you know, this stuff that doesn't require like, you know, intense driving skills or anything like that, right? Just an ability to figure out how to get from point A to point board. Billboard's call is strong. Oh yeah. Especially when they reduce the cost of fast travel. It's like, what do you at me now. I'll eventually be able to just go around the entirety of the map without having to pay any money whatsoever. Yes, please. Yeah, right? You gotta go to the icon on the map. I certainly have had that happen to me. It's like the biggest pitfall for like open world games for me, right? Like I'll go start like Elder Scrolls and like, yeah, we're gonna get far in this game. After I explore this dungeon, after I go to these ruins, after I check out this well, after I visit this town, after I talk to this guy and do their quest. Next thing you know, I'm like halfway across the map, very far in the other direction from where the story waypoint wants me to go. I'm like, oh, wow, what happened? Hey, even if they put them in super troll places, especially if they put them in super troll places. Because then you can talk about them, right? You can make a post about it. Aha, you would not believe what I found inside this mountain. They were like creepers. You're the same in Saints Row. You tend to do missions, but you end up in huge gunfights with the gangs. Oh yeah. You're like, oh yeah, I'll get stuff done as soon as I'm done with this cruise here, right? You don't want to savor every moment of it. I get it. I get it. Sometimes you just want to fuck around and find out. Actually, that's probably not the right turn of phrase to use there. Sometimes you just want to have a lull. Just want to do stuff on the whim. Yeah, get your homies, send a tank your way, and go nuts. It's like the same deal in Grand Theft Auto, right? They had like a cheat code that let you summon a tank and you could just go nuts in it, right? Go wreak havoc across the town. It's a fun part about open world games. The open world is your sandbox.
Last lap.
Sometimes it feels like they give you a lot of leeway to go off-road, and other times it feels like maybe not that much. Or it's like determined on how much of an advantage you gain. There's gotta be something I can do for like a sustained connection. Right there. Trying to keep the wire like very, very elevated. Hopefully this will stick for a bit longer. Well, we can at least get through Season 2, then I'll consider tonight a success. Is it a loose wire or something inside the cable? It might be, right? It could be. expecting a disconnect as like a temporary fix, right? It'll keep everything together, but might be a case of it's like only a constant connection if it's like a certain way, because maybe the wire's just worn out in enough places that if I have it move a certain way, then the connection breaks and then everything just drops. Time to get the soldering iron. I don't know if I trust myself for one of those. I need to set something up, right? Just need to make sure I make a work-safe bench or something that I can safely use a soldering iron on. I'm always wary around tools that can generate intense heat. That goes for like soldering irons or like, you know, clothes irons or toaster ovens or air fryers or conventional ovens or rice cookers. Always have that odd fear. It's like, oh no, what if this is the time where it like catches fire? And hasn't happened yet, but you know, there's always the fear. Could have a basement workshop. Maybe if I get my own place and that place has a basement, maybe. My one cousin does have like a sort of a nice little basement setup, right? He usually paints his miniatures in there. Got shelves of them, right? Shelves of miniatures and Lego figures and like other sorts of tabletop stuff. It's pretty nice, right? It's like a little game room, and it's pretty cool. All right, we're back into Aston Martin for a track day GT. 4 rounds of racing. Workshop costume studio. Hey, there's an idea. Can be time consuming getting those figures just right. Oh yeah. Guy's got the whole setup. He's even got like a little arm on the side that has a magnifying glass attached to it, so you can really get in there. You know, make sure you got the paint in all the right spots, because you know you want to get all the details in there, right? You want to make sure those miniatures are as accurate as they can be. But I get it, right? Even if no one else notices the error, you'll know, right? If for no one else, it's for your personal comfort of mind.
And here we are for the first round, Kristen.
Certainly get that feel.
How are you feeling about this one?
Pretty good, Alex.
Sorry, race control are about to get this underway.
Yeah, on top of the painting and the collecting and stuff, it's also expensive. He does frequently talk about his tabletop escapades with his friend group. So
I think it may have upset them.
I assume they get a lot of plastic tabletop figures.
Maybe have to be careful now. You might have pushed them too far.
Bugs you if you know it's not 100% perfect exactly, right? You want to make it just right. Because hey, it's going to be something you're using a lot, and it's going to represent you and your skills. Thought I lost control for a moment there, but no. Good. Still good. This is kind of brutal. We're on the easy difficulty. Then again, it's like a pretty long race, so plenty of opportunity to get to the front. Probably make a lot of nemesis on the way, but that's how it be sometimes, right? there's a... back and forth here.
Oh, they won't be happy with that.
No, well, I'm not happy with this either. Folks.
You're on pace. Make some gains in lap 2.
Man, first place is pretty far up there. I hope I can catch them. I say that as I'm catching up to them. Used to be a Games Workshop in town. They did all the tabletop games and figures and all that. Oh yeah, I heard about the Warhammer specialty stores that stock all Warhammer figures all the time. If you like Warhammer, go to a Warhammer shop, they probably got Warhammer for you. Must be nice to have that specialty store with the specific company.
Let's rein it in. You push them over the edge here.
Yeah, I can rein it in now that I'm first, right? I'm fine. As long as they're fine, we'll all be fine. Oh. Ouch. Turn as much as I thought I did. And now we're good. Trashman and Destruction Derby says, stay out of my way.
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
I think I'm fine. See any opponents in the race radar? I think we're good. I think we'll be okay.
They won't want to take too many hits.
Other big events happening this week apart from the myriad of conferences is the Switch 2 release. It's rolling out right as we speak. People in other time zones have been getting their hands on them. I think I know some folks personally who might be getting them.
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
Personally, I think I'm gonna wait. Because the only thing I would want currently is Mario Kart World. Personal rule of thumb is just like, wait for 3 games, maybe wait for a system revision too. I hear the battery life of launch switches isn't too great. So I could wait for a V2 that maybe improves the battery life and perhaps has a better screen. There's no Nintendo. They'll probably do like a special edition Switch 2. Right, whatever the next big Zelda game is, or if they do like Splatoon 4, or maybe Mario, or Kirby. Pick one of those up. Maybe if they do like Animal Crossing, that would be good too. It's like Animal Crossing New Horizons Plus. That'd be like a new Animal Crossing title entirely, I would think. Like I tried to get away with New Horizons Plus even 5 years after its initial release. Probably wouldn't go over too well. Especially since Animal Crossing games tend to be like once per platform anyway. What do you mean the Animal Crossing title for Switch 2 is New Horizons Plus? I did see some videos about like Switch 2 enhanced versions of like the Switch games, especially Scarlet and Violet. They were like running 60 frames per second and load times like pretty decent. I was like, oh, wow. The game on Scarlet and Violet actually, you know, being the game it was always meant to be. Now that you know, the more powerful hardware kind of alleviates some of the performance issues it had on Switch 1. Might be something decent. Might be something decent. Oh yeah, the debate about Sasha's gender. I remember that. When the real came out. Oh yeah, Sasha's a dude. Although if I remember correctly, his like whole sub-personality is still like fashion. He's like a guy into fashion, but
So, here we
certainly
are
was
on
enough
the
to get
top
people
of all the
to
thrilling
call him a
events.
femboy
And
bunny.
This one's for the Grid World Series. Okay, it looks like the race is about to start.
Color scheme helped out too.
They go hunting for that early lead.
I wonder if that will be like the innovation of future Animal Crossing titles, right? Instead of just like wearing a shirt or like just like a patterned top, the style of whatever top you give them, they like have a full-on customization, much like the Villager does. That probably require a significant overhaul to the Villager models.
Maybe stay out of their pond. Don't get taken out.
I imagine a lot more people would probably get Sasha as one of their neighbors if that were to happen. Bring on the skirts, so yeah. They have all the cute clothes. Oh, okay. My controller conked out on me again, but no. Just stop me from using rewind for a moment there. Yes, I got 4 laps. Apart from that, Metroid Prime 4 would probably be the other big expectation. I know people have been hotly anticipating that since when it was first announced, and then we got more videos about it. We saw a little bit of gameplay on it, and like, oh yeah. This might be a good one. Might be a good one. Although, on the subject of Nintendo,
Great first lap. You're leading the
I
race.
thought I might have read somewhere, and granted, this is like, I didn't see it too much everywhere, so this might not be entirely true, but apparently someone found a listing for like Xenoblade Chronicles X on systems outside of Nintendo. Which I guess if there were any formerly exclusive Nintendo title that were to go multi-platform, Xenoblade would probably be a pretty safe one of those. The kind of thing that I think would probably do well on other consoles. Like Steam especially, right? I imagine those Steam titles will probably do well if they go on Steam. Got Bravely Default 2, got Octopath Traveler. I guess Daemon X Machina had their start in Nintendo, but multi-platform, and people like that a lot. So could do well, right? Pretty wild to think about, though, especially when you think about like how exclusive most Nintendo titles tend to be, right? Like at most. Right, the most they've done before now is like a mobile spin-off, right? It's like even amongst the games companies, it's just like, yeah, mobile titles are a whole separate market. So yeah, Mario on phones, Fire Emblem on phones, yeah, go for it.
Alright, listen, you've just gone past the halfway stage of the race.
Just trying to think about like other game conferences that I watch. Probably watch Summer Games Fest on Friday. I'll probably watch the Xbox Showcase and Outer Worlds 2 Direct on Sunday. I know there's like a whole bunch of other things going on in between. I might check out Wholesome Games. Might give that a look. But for the rest, I might just like read an article. Is it the Xbox Showcase this month? Yeah, it is. It's this Sunday, actually. Very, very soon. Because I guess the whole industry has kind of picked this week to be like your pseudo E3 week, where you do your big reveals for games for this year and the upcoming year. The only thing we haven't had is a Nintendo Direct, but it's understandable because they have a Switch 2 coming out. They kind of already did their whole Direct, a few months ago. I'm really honest, I imagine the Switch 2 release will probably eclipse everything else, right? Like, especially if Mario Kart World manages to knock it out of the park, and I imagine it will. It'll probably be the thing everyone talks about. I'm trying to remember if there was a release date for the Outer Worlds 2. I don't remember if they said anything about when they were released. I'm gonna take a wild guess. My guess would be it'll be out in September. It's only a guess though. Ads. It's okay. It's only like a minute and a half. I'm just driving in the meantime.
5 and 4, so lifting ever so slightly off the road.
That's how going off the road works. At the very least, it seems like the setup I did for the controller wire is holding for now. Haven't had a disconnect for a while. Yeah, I guess this is like an extreme bend that probably just causes it to disconnect. So if I try to drape it on stuff to make sure that the wire stays as flat as possible. And it is so far. So, thank goodness for that. If only Sega was still a major player. Just imagine a reality in which Sega was. Oh, did I speak too soon? The controller finally give up the ghost after 2-ish races. Okay. Oh, hopefully this will hold for another. Oh, wow. That wasn't even like a second, I don't think. Alright. Come on, stay with me here. At least let me finish Season 2. Yeah, Sega, man. Ha. It's a bummer. The Dreamcast was a good system, but maybe the Saturn was a bit too much of a blow for them to bear. It's a shame. On one hand, it's nice to have multi-platform Sega titles. Kind of mind-blowing, too. But on the other hand, just imagine a reality in which Sega was still making consoles. I imagine they would have done alright. Might have hit a bit of a rough patch, but you know, if the Yakuza series would still took off while they had like their consoles, I probably would have been pretty. Oh my god, are you for real? Are you for real? Are you for real right now? Okay. Next race. Okay. Still connected. Love the LCD memory cards for the Dreamcast. Yeah! Alright, that was like one of the interesting innovations they had. It's like, yeah, if you could download like little mini games to your visual memory unit, or in some cases they might act as a second screen. Kind of like the precursor to the DS.
What a place. What have we got in store here in Paris?
You know what? I can just feel right now.
I don't know. I remember spending a bit of time playing Chow Adventure.
Alex, we are about to see some action, and if we don't, I'll eat my hat.
Not long
The fact that in Sonic Shuffle you could use it to kind of display the cards you had in your hand.
Kristen, thank you.
It's a neat idea too. Still has Chow's saved on memory cards because she didn't want them to die. Oh man. So just like replacing that battery. Keep that dream alive. Although on the subject of Sonic, I did see some interesting news come up, right? That
I think there's
development of a Sonic Blitz card game. It seems kind of wild. I was like watching some videos on it. Looks like their take on Marvel Snap all the way down to like having lanes Although instead, unlike Marvel Snap, where you tried to control specific locations, this was more the case of, you know, you put down your units on one of
Just
two
stay out of
lanes,
their way,
and then you
things
could
cool
choose to
down.
have them all attack at certain points. Which, I don't know. Didn't look like it would quite grab me. Kind of thing I would probably download, play for a bit, and then maybe move on. Kind of wild though, because people were like looking at the potential roster that was coming out, and it was like, oh, they're really pulling far and deep for characters. Which I guess if you want to make a Sonic card game, you kind of have to, right? You want like a wide variety of cards. Yeah, they were including like Mighty, the Armadillo, Raid Flying Squirrel, the Conductor from the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, even like your garden variety Badniks were getting cards. So pretty wild, pretty wild. She'd leave them in school forever. Oh man, I get it. Use those loopholes. Their hearts will go on. Hearts will go on and on. Never know, you might see those Sonic cards in a DLC for Card Shop Simulator one day. I think that game has mods already, right? You can swap the cards out for Pokemon, or you can swap them out for other TCGs as you
Good
see
start.
fit.
Hold the lead.
Like, they even have a mod, I think, that swaps the cards out for the ones you see in, like, the Nikkei card game, which is, man, catering to every crowd. But it makes sense, right? Card swaps are probably a mod that's very in demand, and probably something that you can do fairly well, right? Probably enough cards out there that you can swap each in-game card with another card. It's been a while since I played TCG Card Shop Simulator. And again, I was like at the point where I think I was around approaching level 50, and it was taking a really long time to get to the next level. Just like I just want to get like the final booster sets so I can really have a good complete my collection. But the grind was real. I'm sure my shop was not optimally set up for like maximum XP gain, but a big mod was MTG cards, because I know there's a metric ton of those. Oh yeah. 20-year-old card game probably has a ton of cards. I imagine there's probably like multiple Magic mods, right? It's like, oh yeah, you want like early era Magic, you want like 2000s era Magic, you want modern Magic. Yeah, there's probably a mod for each of those. Or you want like a Magic mod that's just like purely crossover cards. They probably have that too. There's probably enough cards to fill in all those slots. I think the Final Fantasy set for Magic is coming out soon. I bet every storefront's probably sold out on those box sets now.
You're through the halfway point.
I wanted to grab a box set, I probably should have done so way earlier. Yeah, send in the Exodia cards. I think the devs have stated that they want to try to make the in-game card game for TCG Card Shop Simulator playable. That seems like it'll probably be one of those features way down the line. You probably want to fill out the management part of it first. They were doing a pretty good job of it. They're pretty wild when they updated the things like, oh yeah, now you can have tabletop games. Now you can have Ultra Pro products. Just straight up. It's wild. I do think there's another simulator game out that it's either out or it's going to come out, but it's just a tabletop game shop simulator. So, you know, little step beyond trading card game shop. You just have all the tabletop games now. Although TCG Card Shop Simulator is kind of going into just tabletop games in general, especially with the board game section. Give them enough time, they'll probably have more company crossovers with their own board games and stuff. Says a lot about some of those customers when you have to spray them with air freshener. I am so amused they made that like a central game mechanic. You know, it's just the thing people come to expect from TCG scenes now. You expect some of them to be stinky. Just turn that into a whole
Hold the
thing
lead.
in of itself.
Last lap.
Yes, you can have air freshener. Yes, you can have automatic air fresheners even. You'll auto-detect stinky people and spray them with it. And that just leads to having optimized shop setups where we can near guarantee everyone who comes in will be sprayed one way or another if they're stinky. In fact, I think that's like an official rule. I believe it's like with Yu-Gi-Oh! They actually put that in the rules where it's like, no, you must have a minimum baseline of hygiene or you can't participate. Right? Like, it got so out of hand that the officials had to put in a rule about it. No stink rule. Like, if you're too stinky, we're not gonna let you play. It's wild to think about. Like, some people really do not care about their own personal hygiene. It's almost scary at times. It's like, oh my god. It's like all that filth is just accumulating on them. Damn, I know, right? Rife at cons? Oh yeah. It's a con thing too, right? It's just people going to be stinky. It's even worse when cosplay or fursuiting is like a big component of it, because yeah, it's just gonna happen faster and more intensely. As the spoofs call them, musky huskies. Ooh. I think I remember one PAX I went to. They actually had like one stand that was just putting out, bottles of deodorant, right? Like the kind of the rub-on kind, right? Just those like Old Spice bottles. It was just like, you're doing God's work. You're doing God's work. Oh, okay. At least waited until the race finished to drop out. Did I disconnect the right thing? I hope I did. Actually, I don't think I did. I should have guessed something was up when you didn't get the in-game pop-up that was like, oh no, controller was disconnected. Wait a sec, is this the one? Oh, there we go. Steering device changed. I'll do it again, as many times as it takes. Happened in the lift at Confuzzled. Guy got on and OMG, he just stunk a pee. Ah, jeez. Ooh. You know, I very distinctly remember a kid in middle school who, put it politely, he just smelled like a bathroom, right? A recently used bathroom. There's still a point, right? You got next to him, he just hit you, just right in the face. It was actually nauseating. And you know, middle school being middle school, no one else would, show any mercy. sort of thing you end up tasting. Oh yeah. The smell that just is so intense you remember it. You actually remember the smell.
And we're heading into the final round now.
You remember the feelings it gave you.
Kristen? Okay, hold on, sorry. It looks like things are about to get underway.
Wow, what a start. That competition.
Honestly, I hope the kid's doing better now, right? Hopefully, smelling absolute putrid is just an unfortunate phase in their life. Ooh. Took that turn a bit too fast. Okay, not the best, but yeah, at least I didn't go spinning. You know how kids are with taunting and stuff, just won't let up. Oh yeah. As that Sundowner said in Metal Gear Rising, kids are cruel, Jack. Especially middle school kids. Right, this is like the fortunate phase in development where they're just really lashing out. And unfortunately, that center in their brain that tells them about the consequences of their actions hasn't fully formed yet, so kind of do things without realizing what happens when they do them. I am glad this ended with a really, really quick race. Just one quick sprint, because this is a quick track. Okay, that's all like the big endurance races, right? All we have is the modern finale and then the season 2 finale. Yeah. We've heard this one a lot now. The end of event theme. Everyone just rolling up in order. Yeah, we did it. It's time to finish this. Modern Showdown. Alto Motorsport. One round, one extra long race coming up. In the Red Bull Ring. That one amuses me. The Crew Motorfest is going through a Red Bull moment right now. I think like the past 2 months have just been like back to back to back Red Bull events. Does make me wonder what the next season's going to be about.
Alto Motorsport look like they could be getting themselves in a dominant position. What do you think?
Yeah,
And hey, I
for
imagine
sure, Alex.
Bag from
They
Red
are
Bull
a
was probably
dominant
pretty
team.
good,
They
but
aren't settling for a mid-pack
I'm
finish,
ready
let me tell
for
you.
something
Well, I'm
not
eager
Red
to see
Bull
how this
related.
plays out.
Yes, we are. A 6-lapper. Six extra long laps. Oh yeah. There's the rain for you. Really long break time there. Could lay out a buffet on that rear spoiler. Oh yeah. Imagine seeing this at a roll up at a tailgating party, right? Person just walks out with their cooler and just like puts some drinks on there. Probably just puts drinks on there, right? Even if it is a spoiler, you probably don't want to put anything too substantial on there. Nothing too heavy. Maybe not too many drinks. Maybe they just put on like a lot of hot dogs. Hot dogs and burgers. Those are right? Also, this is a car with the shaky diffuser. Yeah, remember that? Remember when I was driving this last weekend, the diffuser was just shaking something fierce for some weird reason. I guess they fixed it up. I haven't seen it shake yet.
Great first lap. You're leading the race.
They managed to resolve that. It's not going to go flinging out in some direction. At least not yet. Flapping like a dog's ears in a car window. I like that turn of phrase. That's a pretty good one. Just imagine people just like staring out the window, right? Tongues hanging out, ears are flapping in the wind, having the time of their life. No, not the track limits. Mulligan. At least that's what the AI in the Crew Motorfest was saying. No idea why doggos do that. Like, it's dangerous. Oh yeah. I mean, I know it, you know it, but dogs are just like, ah, yeah, this is thrilling. This feels so good. Great. And we've seen it before, you know, like dogs don't quite think things through. Some of them don't. In fact, they'll even do it again, right? Yeah, some of them do not have too much capacity to learn from things. To be fair, it's like a lot that with some other animals too, right?
Right, third lap. Just smooth it out. One turn at a time.
Some of them will just repeat things over and over. Makes you want to quote Vaz sometimes. They can do that, but they can't stand in a moving car. Yeah. Pet brains work in mysterious ways sometimes. I mean, you see that with, like, glass doors, right? Like, their mind... Some of their minds don't perceive glass, right? They just see clear thing. That means thing is open, and they just go, like, smack right into the glass. Or like the classic where they cross a mirror, right? They see their reflection and they just instantly assume another dog. You know, they assume caution stance, and they're wondering, oh no, why is this other dog also assuming caution stance? Yeah, full chat straight into the patio door. Wham!
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
I was watching a video a while ago. Someone just like put a giant mirror in the middle of a forest. So you got to see like all sorts of wildlife kind of just watch this, see this mirror, right? They see like the reflection of themselves. They're like, oh no, another animal. Got especially crazy with bears, right? Because bears would automatically assume like the hey, don't mess with me stance, right? They'd like stand up, get on their hind legs. And some of them would even actually like go at the mirror, right? Just knock it down. None of them ever broke it though, which I guess either a testament to the mirror or a testament to how they still hold back even when they're fighting a reflection of themselves. Or yeah, or they have the stick that's 4 feet wider than the door frame, right? Trying to get through the door frame, like, oh no, why can't I go through the door frame? Although it's even funnier if you get like the ones that do manage to think things through and they're like, okay, I'll try to go in sideways, or I'll try to put one end of the stick in first, and then the other end of the stick, and then I'll have the whole stick in. Yeah!
2 laps to go.
Pets. They can be fun. They can be troublesome sometimes, but they can also be a lot of fun. And a lot of comfort, too. Right, it's nice to have that animal companion that will love and adore you unconditionally. One of these days I'm gonna get a cat. Just like a better living space. Maybe a slightly improved financial situation has. Even having one cat is gonna be a lot of additional expenses that I gotta consider, right? Food, vet bills, cat toys, maybe medicine, all sorts of other equipment, right? Oh, litter box, of course, right? Can't forget the litter box. Watch it jump sky high at the sight of the cucumber. I think I was watching a video where someone put out like a sheet of tin foil. Because that also makes cats jump, right? They like look at it pensively, maybe give it a tap, or try to walk on it. They hear the crinkle and they're like, whoa! Right? They leap back. I guess something about that sound or something about the appearance of a cucumber is like, just strikes fear in the hearts of them. Time they tried to eat a cucumber sandwich and it goes so well for them, I guess. Well, I know cats are the one you have to be especially careful of because they can be more clever than you think, right? Like, if there's a will, there's a way. Even if you try to cat-proof some things or try to keep things out of reach, if cat really wants it, cat will find a way to get to it. Oh yeah, good luck to get a cat if you comes to Christmas trees, right? I've certainly heard of stories of cats just, like, toppling them, right? They just decide, oh, I want to get to the top of this tree. I forget where I read it from, but there was a story someone told of their cat where they would, like, when they go to bed, right, they close all the doors, right? They, like, have a separate cat bed for the cat outside of the bedroom, but inevitably they would like wake up and the cat would just be lying in their bed, right? And they were always wondering, like, how did the cat get in here? Eventually they figured it out. Like, apparently there was like some sort of opening in another part of the house, right, that allowed the cat to kind of just like travel through the interior, and they would be able to like exit out of the bedroom and out of the interior into the bedroom. And that's how they would get around. It's like, oh yeah, when cat has a will, cat will find a way. It's just how it is. The cat Houdini. It does feel like that. One of my cousins just got like a new cat, and he was talking about how he had to duct tape some plugs to the wall because the cat would just inevitably go try to knock it out. And for some reason, it just found this fascinating. Found the like this is the activity he wants to do, to knock plugs out of their sockets. So eventually, had to secure them. Just had to secure them that way. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways they could do it, but that's like what they could do at the moment.
Paris is the where, and the Grid World Series is the what. Kristen, got any more details for
Go.
this event?
Track Day GT Part 1.
Okay, it looks like the race is about to start.
We got some Raven West competitors in here. You ever see that one cat that wakes its owners up by pawing those door spring thingies? I think I've heard of those. I can see why, though. I remember a kid being fascinated with those things. Imagine a cat who discovers joy in those. Really discovered the joy in those. You'd be mad being woken up by boinging.
Okay, don't be surprised if they're gunning for you now.
I'd probably be irritated. You know, especially if you're like looking forward to getting a lot of sleep, right? What if you wanted to sleep a lot, but your cat said no? Your cat said, feed me. Great though. I got to see him for a bit, like when I was hanging out, when I was visiting them a few weeks back. Oh. Controller finally decided to disconnect. Wonderful. At least we're close to the end of season 2, so just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Hang in there. Stick with me, controller. Just need you for a little bit more. I swear to you, I'll find out that fix. Just need you to work with me a little bit more. Yeah, the cat was great, right? It was like the first time I'd seen the cat. So I was like worried if maybe the cat would be too apprehensive of me, but nah, that cat was like pretty cool, you know? Certainly was surprised to see like a new person, but he acclimated pretty quickly. He let me scratch him. He was purring. He was purring when I was giving him the scritches. I'm like, yeah. I can do this all day, right? Just do this all
Good
day.
start.
Just
Hold the
pet
lead.
cat and hear cat purr. The cat is happy. You get jumped on at 3 a.m. by your dog. Like, come on, get up, I want to go outside. Ah, yeah. Dog has need and dog will get. Yeah, and there's some vtuber dogs, and yeah, they definitely have to take them for like the late night run, right? And the late night relief, as it were. I imagine sometimes they do get woken up in the middle of the night for a reason or another. But even then, dogs are still a lovable bunch. Oh yeah, I get sat on. Okay, I guess I'm here for the duration now. I see that a lot on Twitter.
Alright,
Like,
listen, you've just gone past the
everyone
halfway
help.
stage of the race.
my dog slash cat has decided to sit on me. I'm trapped. I can't move. I usually just respond, understandable, have a nice day. Or, you know, just enjoy your time with your pet. Yeah. The rule of pet, if pets sit on you, then you do not move. That pet enjoy its resting spot on its human. Time I was sleeping. I was trying to sleep. And then, like, sometime in the middle of the night, I just felt a cat. I felt the cat just, like, climb on top of me. Right, they decided to lie on top of me. I'm like, oh. Didn't stay for long, though, unfortunately. I was like, oh. Brother and sister-in-law used to have a dog I just absolutely loved. Resting next to people, right? They like get right up next to them and just lie next to them. It's just really adorable, right? It's like, yeah, you know what? You can be there. They really just like having a warm body next to them, and you know, having a warm body next to us was pretty comforting too. And needed a human hot water bottle. It might have, right? I remember back when the cat slept on me. They were pretty elderly cats, so they liked hanging out in that warm spot, so we would frequently see them like out in the sun during the warmer months, and they also liked staying on the heated floor while it was doing its heated thing. Another friend who had like a dog where whenever you would pet it, right, you would pet the dog and it would kind of like just start leaning up next to you. It was pretty cute. Like, you want to pet me? All right, I'll just get real close to you so you can pet me real good. And just like maximum petting efficiency, so you don't have to reach your arms out as far. Very kind of the dog, I have to say. That's a sign that they trust you. Oh, is that so? Oh, well, that makes it even better, right? It's like, hey, I might, you know, you might be someone else's human, but they're comfortable enough with me that they're like, yeah, you know what? I will totally lean into you. I like that. All right. That is good to know, actually. Conversely, I heard that, like, a sign that cats really trust you is when they, like, kind of go up to you and just, like, flop over, right? Like, show their whole belly. It's like, that's the point where they're the most vulnerable. And they're like, I trust that you will just give me belly rubs. Yeah, I would totally do that, right? Just give them belly rubs if they flopped over. Because that's freaking adorable. Belly scritches, yeah! There's one roommate I stayed at. She had 2 cats, and one of them would totally do that. Just like walk up to my feet and then flop over. I'm like, yeah, alright, I know what you want, and you will totally get your belly rubs. Can't say no to that. go. Part 1 is done. All we have is part 2, and then the finale. And then that will be a wrap for season 2. We're moving pretty well. That's what not doing the hot lap will do, especially during the longer races, you know? A race in which a hot lap could be like 2 to 3 minutes. Pretty big time reduction right there, you know? Sacrifice the hot lap to put more time on the clock. Yeah, the cat sat on your lap the whole stream? Oh, man.
Welcome to Okatama for today's
It's a perfect time for it.
And what a stunning
Because, hey,
place.
you're probably not going anywhere,
It looks like the
so
race is about to start.
why not? Let the cat have their resting spot.
And it's a go here in the Grid World Series.
It's fine, everything's fine. All good till they do that claw thing before they settle on you. Oh, right, the claws, yeah. This is something you just have to live with, right? Especially if they're like get into a situation where you suddenly get all frantic, right? And suddenly there's claws everywhere, and you're probably gonna get scratched up. Certainly heard many a story of like a person who was in the bath, and then cat is just like, ooh, what's this? And then they fall in the water and then frantically get out, and oh yeah. Ouch.
I think you may have upset them.
You think? But yeah, some of them also kind of do like doing that thing where they just like massage the area they're standing on before they give it a proper lie down. People call that making biscuits, right? Or is that like something else entirely? It's similar to how dogs will sometimes spin around whichever area they want to lie down in before they actually lie down. So we have just like
Great first lap. You're leading the race.
getting the spot all comfy before they settle down.
Just on the wrong side of the track.
Yours did that a lot by the fire. Well, I guess by a fire would make sense, right? That would let them get the heat all over their body before they decide to settle down and only get heat on like one part of their body. Sure did. I'll probably do it again. Reminds me of videos I saw where, like, say, a dog might go into a little enclosure to go to sleep, and there would be a blanket draped over it. So what they would do is just, like, grab the blanket in their mouths. So that way, when they go into the enclosure, the blanket would just, like, fall entirely on them, and they'd be all covered up before they go to sleep. Thought that was, like, pretty amusing and pretty clever. Yeah, that's one's on me. I'll hold on to that one. Could have not hit the guardrail. You know, is it just me or does that tunnel back there look like it has a bunch of pixel flies on the side? I don't know why the art on this side reminds me of that. just like a whole bunch of pixel flies.
They're making their way into that.
You're
Neighbor
through the
has
halfway
one of
point.
those hearing dogs. Oh. I've heard of like seeing eye dogs. I guess hearing dogs is for the hearing impaired folk. Allows them to pick up on sounds that they might not hear otherwise. So they're probably like trained to react to car beeps or something like that, right? That way, if you're walking through the city and you're about to step out, but then you hear a car honk their horn, and the dog's like, wait, wait, wait. Man. Can't imagine what it must be like to train dogs like that, right? Train them to do specific things in certain circumstances. Read a little bit about that, right? They usually have like some sort of word they have that they teach the dog to let them know when they're in working mode and when they're not in working mode. Nine times out of 10 in England, they use golden retrievers for guide dogs or Labradors. I can see that working out. Imagine knowing the general personality of a dog. We'll usually let you know what kind of tasks they would excel at.
Last lap.
I mean, it's like usually a whole thing, right? Like if you're considering a pet for the first time, especially a dog, it's like something you want to research into because, you know, depending on what you expect from a pet and like, you know, what kind of pet you want, there's a variety of them, right? You know, there are pets for those who want to be super energetic, and there are pets for those who want to be more calm and low-key. Like, it's especially true for dogs, but I know cats can be like that too, right? Like, you have to read up and make sure what kind of cat you want, right? Like, you know, one that's like low maintenance, or maybe even one that's active, right? There are certain cats that you can get if you want to take them out for a walk. And you also have to consider if the kind of cat you're getting is like fine with being by themselves, or if it's the kind of cat that would be ideal with like having another cat to play with, right? Oh, and those that look like their pet. I guess that would be especially applicable in the furry scene, huh? The guy in my town does that. Take his cat on a lead out and about. That must be a fun sight. But hey, if it's like what the cat's into, why not? Right? Let the cat go on walkies. At the very least, it probably makes for a fun conversation starter. Like, wait, is your cat on a leash? Like, yeah, they are. Oh yeah. Got them colors. One more event in Season 2. Just one more. And it will be in the bag. Are you excited? I'm excited. As soon as we get through this load screen. There we go. Yeah, level 100. Is that 108 or 109? Oh, I forgot. Did prestige level start at 1 or did it start at 0? Might have started at 1. Usually expect like a level 1. Alright. This is it. Track Day GT Series Showdown against Raven West. Oh. Great. Controller picked this time to die. Well, at least it was this time and not, like, in the middle of a race again. It all comes down to this. I heard that in the announcer's voice. I heard that in the announcer's voice. Oh yeah, look at that. You know, I noticed they have like the 99 badges, but they're not level 99. What gives? Are they cheating? Did they pay someone under the table for a level 99 badge without actually reaching level 99? How dare they?
We've got a great event for you here today, and I'd like to draw special attention to Raven West. Kristen,
Okay.
Are they a team to watch out for?
I was gonna say that's enough attention drawn to them, but then the controller's like, yeah, what if you decide to, what if you just like listen to them?
Sorry, race control are about
Okay,
to
enough
get us
listening.
underway.
8 laps. Alright. Settle in, folks, this is gonna be a little longer. Maybe channeling the cheating AI from Forza with their extra power and stuff, yeah. Extra power, their quick recovery skills, their uncanny cornering abilities. It's all in the rain, too. You always have the big dramatic moments in the rain. Really let you know, oh, this is intense, right? Something about rain usually signals something really dramatic or something really sad.
First driver is now on lap 2.
Good start. Hold the lead.
Imagine it just like impairs your abilities too. It's like something you gotta manage, right? Along with the reduced vision, you gotta deal with wet roads. It changes the game.
Want to see a masterclass in control?
They were cheating in my race last week, did the C class, and that one AI turned up in a Lambo in the C class. Like, hold up. Wait a minute. If I remember correctly, I think there was actually an exploit in Need for Speed Unbound that was something like that, where there was like a car that was like high class, but when you swapped it out some parts, you could get it into a tier lower. But it would still have like its insane performance as if it were in the higher class, so you saw that class of races being dominated by that particular vehicle until they just nerfed that strategy into the ground, right? Oh, Godfather154, thank you for the Prime. 5 months. Whoa. Thank you so much for all your support. It's something to cheer for sure.
And on a lap 3.
Enjoy your emotes.
Lap 3. We need a big push off the field.
What magic is afoot? I do wonder what magic is afoot. sort of mechanical wizardry did they pull off to reduce that Lambo down to a C class? Probably isn't even mechanical wizardry, if anything. You know, it's probably like backroom deals, you know, kind of stuff that goes under the table. It's like, yeah, a little handshake, and I'll look the other way, you know. Yeah, I am cheerleading it up, right? I'm waving those pom poms. I'm like, fight, go, fight, win, go, fight, win. Rah, rah, rah. How's it go? Re, kick him in the knee. Ras, kick him into the other knee. Yeah. Oh. I was like, what happened? And then, oh, right. Controller gave out again. S1 down to C. Yeah, that's a pretty drastic jump. No matter which way you look at it, really. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and all that. Yeah. Can never unsee the detached bumper. It makes me wonder, though, like, man, what happened? What happened in that race? Why was it not secure? Like, and this week, right? Every time I drove into Aston Martin,
5 laps left to go.
it was fine. But last week, no, it was suddenly not fine. At least it was just a cosmetic thing, right? At least it didn't affect performance in any way. Diffuser loves to flap about. Sure did. I was wondering though, right? I was wondering if it'll like ever reach a point where we just suddenly fling out of the car, right? Just like physics wouldn't be able to resolve itself anymore. It just goes, it just zooms out in some direction. It just shoots out like a clothesline projectile. He hit a bump and is yeeted into the field. Yeah, heads up, folk in the infield. It's like, sure, those low barriers might protect you from cars kind of plowing through it, but if there's any sort of other debris that flies off, God help you. I guess that's why these wide crowd areas have the higher fences.
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
Although, given the way they're set up, I think they might be more there to prevent people from climbing onto the track, if anything. Imagine someone would be crazy enough to actually do that. What happened to you? Oh, I took a diffuser to the face. That just smacked me clean in the noggin. Hopefully that's like the worst that happens. I don't know. So imagine like worse things happening with debris hitting into you, but yeah, we don't need to worry about that, right? Without those lower barriers, you'd probably get kneecapped. Yeah, it probably would. Probably be in a lot more danger. Yeah, I guess
3 laps to go.
metal barriers plus like lots of tires is probably, it seems like it's a decent enough dampener against cars. Especially because, like, I imagine most of them, the expectation is that cars wouldn't deliberately try to plow through them. They'd at most like maybe take a glancing blow. They just need to be able to, they only need to withstand that amount of force, right? Not just like a full-on collision. Lucky it's not like Wreckfest with the party parts and debris being thrown all over. It's not that kind of game. I do want to play Wreckfest. I did play one night because one of my friends suggested it. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. Did some random races and I'm like, oh hey, this is actually pretty fun. It's like a wide variety of vehicles you can drive, good variety of tracks you can race on, decent variety of events you can play in, right? It's not just races, you can do demolition derbies, things like that, so all pretty cool. Sofa racing, oh yeah, you can totally drive in a sofa.
You've got 2 laps.
That's really awesome. Wreckfest just leans into that direction, right? Just give you all the variety of vehicles. You can really have some fun there. Works out. You'd watch that if it were a legit motorsport. There's gotta be a sofa racing league out there somewhere, you know? Probably like super niche though, you know? Kind of thing you probably only see on like ESPN 7 or something, right? And now, this weekend, the Sofa Racing Championships. Yeah, the Living Room Championships. I imagine they probably make that into a competitive event too, right? Just like all your standard house chores, they make them into like speed run events. You know, probably have a room cleaning competition and like a sandwich making competition. Maybe like a table setup competition.
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
Oh. Okay, now it's accelerating out of control, and guess what? I've been a constant pain in my backside. In England, you have double-decker bus racing. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Are the buses like all decorated and stuff? Do you just like get special paint jobs or like liveries or some things like that you put on the bus? Sounds like a pretty good way to really make them stand out, right? Yeah, they paint them all up and stuff. Ah, that sounds rad. Main thing is people want to see him topple over. Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's like the thing you don't want to see in a regular day, but hey, if people are driving them for kicks, then yeah. So I'm guessing the buses they use are probably like close to decommissioning then, right? It's like, oh yeah, you know, just get a little bit of final mileage out of them, just give them a go, right? Just let them go out in a blaze of glory. Hopefully not literally a blaze of glory. Metaphorical blaze of glory. We got some special sparklers for that one. In the rain, even? Oh, I know waterproof pyrotechnics are a thing, so probably save them for that moment. At the very moment. Yeah, old ones with the bone shaker suspension and then a huge cloud of diesel fumes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I get the demolition derby vibes up in there. Alright, we did it! All Season 2 events completed! I think we got gold in all of them too, so... As a full-on completion right there. Look at that. Nick and I even managed to both make the podium, right? the other schlub in Braven West, they couldn't even measure up to us. Haha. Yeah, track day completed. And all gold in all events for Season 2. Oh, hey, whoa, I didn't want to go back in there. GG, your victory here is assured, thanks. Well, with that, we are 2/3 of the way through the DLC. Season 1, Season 2 are in the books. And all that remains is Season 3. And this is what we've got left. Invitational favorites. Track Day. And then we conclude things with the Track Day Hypercar series. Same format as the previous 2 seasons, so I imagine we'll probably take like another 3 streams to get through, right? Stream 1 we'll get partway through the invitational favorites. Stream 2 we'll finish that off, get through Track Day, and then Stream 3 we'll finish off Track Day Hypercar, and that will be all Grid 2019 Road. So there's still a little ways to go. Original plan was to maybe do an event or 2, but considering the way things are going with my controller, we'll probably we can probably take the crown, right? Rest on our laurels for now while I go investigate this issue, and hopefully I'll have things figured out by Friday, because Sea of Stars is another game I play with my controller, and that would be unfortunate if that controller were to suddenly just like conk out in the middle of battle or something. Guessing they're gonna be longer races? Yeah, they might be, right? Especially considering like these cars are like the fast type, so they might put more events on the longer tracks. So yeah, we'll see, right? We'll see. Still got a good amount of Grid 2019 to go, but for now, I think I'll go ahead and call things here. Yeah, this will be a little shorter, but yeah, with the way things are, probably be a bit of a struggle, so yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Friday, where we'll also conclude things with Sea of Stars, Throws of the Watchmaker. All that's really left is the Puppeteer, and the Wheels matches. I gotta do the Wheels matches, and well, depending on how they go, that might take a bit, or that might take a while. Just depends on like how bullshit my rules are. We'll find out. Have a good night. Yeah, you have yourself a good night too, Molecular Shadow Fox. Have yourself a good next day. Thanks for being here. Alright, let's look for someone to raid. Who is on at this hour? Oh yeah, before I get any further, I should probably start the YouTube video back up. The menu music loop. You know, I think this would probably make pretty good background music, don't you think? Probably the kind of thing that you would probably just be good just having in the background, little ambience to help you along while you do your tasks, your assignments, your work, whatever you're doing. No. See if we can find someone. It's a little earlier than usual, so might be able to find some folks. Might be able to find some new folks even. Wouldn't that be cool? It is June, so imagine might see a uptick in streamers. Right. Now that classes are done, I have a lot more time to dedicate to trying out some side activities, you know? See if I can find someone playing an interesting game. Again, I'm the only one playing Grid 2019. I should not be surprised. I'm not surprised, but doesn't hurt to go back, right? You never know. That should be pretty funny. Like sometime later, someone else gets on there. It's like, hey, what if I wanted to play Grid 2019? Would I even know of it? Would I even check that? I wonder if there's some way to set up just like an alert. It's like someone plays Grid 2019, just like send an alert to your browser. Hey, someone's playing Grid 2019. Well, I saw several folks that I raid into. Just the question is, who specifically do I want to pick? I see some folks playing Deltarune. I know that one came out with chapters 3 and 4 today, actually. So, some people are like super excited. I think it's been a while since Deltarune got an update, so the fact that it's got like more chapters to play through, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna check out the internet so that I can just play through this and not get spoiled. And you know what? With a game like that, yeah, absolutely understandable. You know, the nanosecond it comes out, someone's gonna play through it, hit like the big shocking plot twist, and just gonna be all over Twitter. OMG, did you see plot twist? Alright, more pass through. I think I might have found someone. We'll look around a bit. Sure. Maybe I shouldn't waffle about too much because on the off chance of like end stream and then like, oh, I guess I'm gonna find someone else, but no, looks like they're going on, so I think I'll choose them. Should we stop raids? Okay. Raid message. Oh wait, no, I should check to see if they have raids on first, because it's possible they might not. Okay, looks like they do. Raid message is going to be, as always, Grid Raid, and the fella we're raiding into tonight is Newton. They are playing FTL, Faster Than Light. Yeah, you remember that game. Good old indie game, roguelite that's about piloting a ship through space, and you gotta do some crew and systems management, and occasionally fight enemy ships. Really cool, fun. And the developers went on to make Into the Breach, which was also like really cool. I wonder what they're doing now. I hope they're doing all right. I hope we'll see what they're doing soon, or if they haven't already done something. In any case, let's go over there and give Luten our support. If you're joining on the raid, give them Grid Raid, and if not, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday for the conclusion of Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. Take care. Yeah, the controller never got that bad before. Like the other games, it would drop, but usually would get better after a while. You know, when it wouldn't just like drop every few minutes or so. All right, I'll look into that. All right, see ya.